Hi Capricorn, here's a general look at your solar chart for May 2011. But before I talk about that, just a brief word about the very slow outer planets and how they're affecting us all at the moment. These are Uranus, Pluto and Neptune at times. These are known as transpersonal planets, and as such they trigger cycles which affect us globally. They have a generational effect. And in 2011, Uranus and Pluto, along with Saturn at times, will be impacting us very strongly, which means that the bigger wheels, or the so-called circumstances beyond our control, will have a bearing to a greater or lesser degree according to your natal chart. So that'll be direct or kind of indirect through others. In general, Uranus has since March been zeroing in on the slower moving planet Pluto. And as I mentioned in the forecast I did for the whole of the year 2011, when these two get together, they tend to produce sudden events worldwide, which can set us back on our heels and force us to reassess our lifestyles and in some cases the whole of our lives. Their job is to tear down the existing order, to clear the decks for new growth, you see. And in our lives, this depends on how they aspect the natal chart, but globally this combination can be unpredictable, at times explosive, powerful, but ultimately revitalizing and regenerating, although it doesn't feel like that at the time, because there's going to be power struggles, there's going to be, issues, pushing, pulling, seesawing, the energies are quite conflicting. Uranus is about change and Pluto is about evolution, and they can manifest as external factors or the bigger wheels forcing disruption and upheaval upon us, but also among us, because they tend to produce tension, unrest, restlessness. And in the current aspect, they are likely to manifest as turbulence and stress and trauma. But there are other things going on as well. This is just talking about these two. That plus the current conjunction of the North Node to the galactic center amounts to a huge evolutionary kick in the pants for us all. So a real strong kind of push to go forwards fast. When these two get together. Saturn comes into the mix at times. Saturn's your ruling planet, and it kind of sort of prolongs things and slows things down. Now in May, the Sun is in a very positive aspect to your natal Sun, Capricorn, and you'll tend to be in a lighter, more freewheeling or creative frame of mind with more opportunity for enjoyment and entertaining activities. There could be someone around giving you admiring looks, and you may feel at the center of their attention. Or maybe it's the other way around. Either way, romance could be on the menu for some of you, or maybe you're going to be, for others of you, involved in something you want to promote, which is entertaining, interesting for others, you hope. Or, in fact, it can compute as you just have enjoyable time hanging out with mates, friends, family, lovers, tribe. It can work like that. The home base is very favourably highlighted in May, wherever you are, and also your relationship with nature, Mother Nature. Good time for hanging out with Mother Nature as well. So maybe there's more social activity right in your own backyard, that's a possibility. Or maybe it's from your backyard, i.e. over the wires. You'll be more inclined, though, to appreciate your surroundings and get a lot, of sort of like a value out of that. It's like it has a quality for you, as well as the people in those surroundings. And it's also a great time for you to embellish your space or beautify things around you, inside, outside. There'll be areas those are going to be areas for you to enjoy, for the nurturing energy, the fulfillment maybe, that they provide. And you'll probably be making friendly connections with others, enjoying the social side of life. Jupiter at the root of your chart until mid-year in this area to do with home and family will bring with it an increased sense of stability, security, but also expansion, maybe into new areas related to where you're anchored. Externally, your base of operations could change, expand or improve, or you have an interest in another environment which you have access to, or you'd like to have access to, and that's going to be there until June the 5th. It could mean that you're coming and going more, you've got more long-distance interests. If you're looking, this is a good time to move, actually, because you've got that protective influence of Jupiter around, or you've just got that intermittent access to an environment which you prefer. Travel could be involved here as well. Jupiter is a teacher planet, and that indicates that you're going to be learning new things from that other environment, or from the people in your environment. They may be from a very different background to your own, and just from your neighborhood. But something about it is to you strange or exotic, or just simply what you're not used to. You're on a learning curve within the community, wherever that is. Uranus is also in that area, and Uranus is the planet of sudden change. So that could disrupt it from time to time, depending on when it contacts natal planetary energies. Could even be affecting family members, the balance there, the dynamic there. And as I say, the home base, that could send ripples throughout the whole of your life, not just to do with the home base, but also the career, the relationship, And there could be changes of scene or in family dynamics over 2011 if Uranus is within range of an important point in your chart. And if so, your foundations could be rocked, and you'll have to adapt to an at times inspirational or at times uncertain environment. And you Capricorns born in the first week or with the first 5 degrees of Capricorn rising are likely to feel this aspect most strongly over May. Now, Saturn and Pluto have you wondering about your long-term direction across the board and career matters. And this is in the background when you're making decisions about what to do in the now. Nothing can be rushed here, but you should be looking out for a way to build a new structure for yourself. And so along the way, your past in some way, your past experiences, but also qualifications as well, could have a bearing. But also this is a time for you to be upgrading, rethinking, so you can ultimately feel more secure and get the status that you feel you deserve. And also this can mean that steady improvements in your working relationships, but also close relationships. From mid-month, there's even more energy going into that lighter, more fun area, connected maybe with children, lovers, friends, and even more access to entertaining activities from there. So don't burn the candle at both ends. Or not for too long anyway. Neptune, the planet of empathy, has moved temporarily out of Pisces and will be in a new area until August. And that means that that's the very beginning of bringing more certainty and clarity to financial or property matters. So if you've been kind of wondering, been uncertain, then this move of Neptune is likely to just make that less of a concern now. And the Neptune vibration will beam through your communications sector, for a little while, helping you to develop communication skills in a more creative, imaginative way, but also open up your higher channels. And some of you will be quite surprised at what you uncover, maybe, or maybe have telepathic experiences, or find your intuitive sensitivity is amplified, and you kind of start picking up from others how they're feeling. You'll start to communicate more compassionately with others at this time. So if you've been uncertain about, that something in the area of money or property, on that sort of basic material security time, this time between May and August is the time for you to kind of make a firm decision on something. Capricorn's born in the first 2 degrees or 3 days of Capricorn rising. Sorry, I got that round the wrong way. Capricorn's born in the first 3 days, or in around about the first 2 degrees of Capricorn rising. I feel this vibration most strongly over May, I think. And from the 21st, that's you getting busy with tasks. That's the stitch-in time, saves 9, part of the annual sun cycle, when the practical, physical aspects of life are going to be highlighted. And that's it for May. If you know your rising sign, listen to that too. It'll throw another slant on what I've said here. And I'll see you the next time.